Hey everyone, Justice Good here, and in this Photoshop tutorial I'm going to show you how you can replace the background of a photo. So I have two photos opened up here, one of the person that I want to change the background on, and one of the new background that I'm going to use. And there's a few things that you want to notice. They both have similar aspects here, like similar lighting. As you can see, the shadows are going near the same ways, and they both have a horizon line. So this would be perfect to drag this side profile of this guy onto this new horizon line, as you can see. So grab your quick selection tool, and since I have a clean edge, this is going to work well. And you can just adjust the size to something around 15 to 18 and just click and drag until Photoshop selects your object. Now for this photo, quick selection works very well and Photoshop does a good job of selecting it, but if you have a more complex photo, you might want to use the pen tool. After you've selected your photo, you can click Refine Edge and adjust the radius slightly. You can also adjust the edge to smooth or feather it. And you can increase the contrast or shift the edge inward or outward to make up for anything that the quick selection tool missed. But once you're happy, you can select OK, and then you can just right click on your photo and select Layer via Copy or Cut. Now you have your cutout person on one layer, or your cutout object on one layer. So you can click and drag that onto your new background. Now there's a few things that are wrong here. Well, the guy looks like a giant right now, so we have to grab our move tool and move him into a more realistic position. And then we want to transform him by going to Edit, Transform, Scale, or Command T. And now hold Shift and drag the corner down. So I'm going to scale him to something that looks realistic, like he was really there. Again, the better your two pictures work together in the first place, the easier it's going to be to change the background and blend them together. You can't take a great lighting fashion photo and put it onto a gritty dirt background without something looking weird. But once you have it positioned and scaled in the right place, you can go to Image Adjustments, Brightness, Contrast, and adjust the brightness and contrast slightly to make it more fitting with the background. So all I'm going to do here is lower the contrast a little bit because the background image was also a little bit more dull. And now we have one more problem here. The shadow of our original photo is of the dirt in the original photo. So I'm going to grab my polygonal lasso tool and make a few clicks here and select it out and select Layer via Copy. Now I have my shadow on a separate layer and I want to duplicate my original background. And I'm going to drag it on top of everything and create a clipping mask by using Option Command G. Okay, so now I have the dirt of my original layer filling in that shadow, but I want to make it a little darker like a shadow is. So I'm going to go to Image Adjustments, Brightness, Contrast, and just lower the brightness and contrast a bit so that it looks like a more realistic shadow. Now this whole shadow problem that I had here is pretty specific to my photo, and if you're using this technique on a photo of your own, I'm sure you'll run into a different kind of problem, but I just wanted to throw that in there as an example of paying attention to the details. So make sure that you pay attention to all the minor color differences and texture differences so that you can get a more realistic final product. If you don't have a shadow on your photo at all, I'm definitely thinking about creating a tutorial on that in the near future. So if you're not subscribed to my channel, go ahead and subscribe for more. And if you had any questions or comments, leave me a comment below and I'll be glad to help you. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.